Hi guys, welcome to my channel Radhika's Lessons. Let's begin with problem set 2, that is chapter 2, Geometry. Question number 1. Select the correct alternative and fill in the blanks in the following statements. Sub-question 1. If a transversal intersect two parallel lines, then the sum of interior angles on the same side of the transversal is. If a transversal intersect two parallel lines, then the sum of these two angles, interior angles, should be equal to how much? So interior angles, they are supplementary, so option C, that is 180 degree. Sub question 2, the number of angles formed by a transversal of two lines is. How many angles are formed when two lines are intersected by a transversal? That is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. That is option C, 8. Third sub question, a transversal intersects two parallel lines. If the measure of one angle is 40, then the measure of its corresponding angle is also 40. Now it is said already that these two lines are parallel. If one angle measures 40 degrees, second also is 40, because corresponding angles have equal measures. So option A, 40 degree. Sub question 4, in triangle ABC, measure of angle A is 76, measure of angle B is 48, and measure of angle C we have to find out. Now as per the property of triangles, we know that sum of measures of three angles of a triangle is always equal to 180 degree. So the three angles measure 180 degree. So just see how it is solved. The sum of measures of all the angles of triangle is 180. Angle A plus angle B plus angle C is 180 degree. So A measures 76, B measures 48, and C is, we do not know, and all the three when we add, we are supposed to get 180 degree. So if we add these two, 124. So angle C is equal to 180 minus 124. Angle C is equal to, when we subtract, we get 56. So option B is the answer. Let's come to sub question 5. Two parallel lines are intersected by a transversal. If the measure of one of the alternate interior angle is 75. Now alternate interior angles, that is in between the parallel lines, they have same measure. Then the measure of the other angle is, if A is equal to B, they have same measures, then 75. Both the angles, they measure 75 degree. Option C, 75. Let's come to question number 2. Ray PQ and ray PR are perpendicular to each other. Ray PQ and PR are perpendicular to each other. This means they form an angle of 90 degree. Points B and A are in the interior and exterior of angle QPR. If you see this angle QPR, point B is in the interior and point A is in the exterior of the angle. Ray PB and ray PA are perpendicular to each other. So they also form an angle of 90 degree here. Draw a figure showing all these rays and write. So a pair of complementary angles formed because of this figure. So A, angle QPB and angle BPR. Complementary angles measure 90 degree. So these two are complement to each other. Then angle BPR and angle RPB, again they are complementary angles, that is they measure 90 degree. A pair of supplementary angles. When we talk about here, we have got a pair of supplementary angles, that is angle QPR and angle BPA. Now here this is 90 and this is 90, which is equal to 180 degree. A pair of congruent angles. So QPB is congruent to an angle RPA. This angle and this angle, they are congruent. And angle BPA is congruent to angle QPR. Now let's start with question 3. Prove that if a line is perpendicular to one of the two parallel lines, then it is perpendicular to the other line also. If a line is perpendicular to one of the line, that is supposing PQ, then it is also perpendicular to SR when these two lines are parallel to each other. So given line PQ is parallel to line SR and AD intersects them at point B and C respectively. Line EF is perpendicular to line AD is perpendicular to PQ. So line AD is perpendicular to SR. AD is perpendicular to SR. We have to prove this. Now they have given us that AD is perpendicular to PQ. Now we have to prove that AD is also perpendicular to SR. This is what we have to prove. Now PQ is parallel line to SR. PQ is parallel to SR. So on transversal AD, angle ABQ and angle BCR, they are equal because these two are parallel lines. Corresponding angles have equal measures. Also angle ABQ is equal to 90 degree and BCR is also equal to 90 degree. Therefore line AD is perpendicular to SR. Now question number 4. In figure 2.24, measure of some angles are shown here. Using the measures, find the measures of angle X and angle Y and hence show line L is parallel to M. Now this is figure 2.24. In the given figure 130 degree, this angle measures 130 degree. Now 130 degree angle, as these two lines are parallel, so this measure is equal to this measure because they are vertically opposite angles. So 130 degree is equal to angle X, which is vertically opposite angles. So angle X is equal to 130. This also measures 130 degree. Then next is, we are talking about 50. This angle as well as this angle, both are vertically opposite. So 50 degree is equal to Y and Y is also 50 degree. Again they are vertically opposite. Now angle X plus angle 50. As these two lines are parallel, interior angles are supplementary. So angle X plus 50 degree is equal to 180 degree interior angles. So angle X is equal to 180 minus 50. So angle X is equal to 130 degree. Therefore line L is parallel to M. Let's come to question number 5. Question 5. Line AB is parallel to line CD and CD is parallel to EF. AB is parallel to CD and CD is parallel to AF. And QP is their transversal. If Y is to Z, that is Y is to Z, is equal to 3:7 and they have given us the ratio, then find the measure of angle X. We have to find the value of angle X. So line AB is parallel to CD and CD is parallel to EF and QP is their transversal. This is given to us. So Y is to Z is equal to 3:7. This is given. Now let the common multiple be A. So we are multiplying both the ratios by, that is the value of the ratios is given to us. We will multiply it by A. So angle Y is equal to 3 multiplied by A and angle Z is equal to 7 multiplied by A. Now as line AB and line EF, they are parallel, it's given angle X is equal to AB and EF are parallel. So angle X is equal to angle Z. AB is parallel to EF, so angle X is equal to angle Z. They are alternate angles, right? That is, if you consider these two parallel lines, and they are alternate angles, and therefore angle x is equal to 7a. We'll consider angle x is equal to 7a because z is also 7a. So angle x is equal to angle z, so x is equal to 7a. So consider z also as 7a. So angle x plus angle y is equal to 180 degree. So angle x is 7a and angle y is 3a, which is equal to 180 degree. Interior angles they are, so they are supplementary. 7a plus 3a is equal to 180. 7 plus 3 is 10a is equal to 180. A is equal to 180 upon 10. A is equal to 80. So measure of angle x is equal to 7a. So we'll substitute this a by 18. So 7 into 18 is equal to 126. So angle x measures 126 degree. This is the answer. Let's come to question 6. In figure 2.26, if line Q is parallel to line R, line P is the transversal, this line is the transversal, and if A is 80 degree, if this measures 80 degree, then find the values of F and G. We have to find the values of F and G. Now line Q is parallel to R, it is given. A is 80 degree also, it is given. Now angle A plus angle B is also 180 degree because they are angles in linear pair. So we'll substitute A by 80 as it is given. B is equal to 180. Angle B, we'll find the measure of angle B. So 180, 80 is added, the other side we subtract. So 180 minus angle B is 100 degree. Now angle C is equal to angle A. Now if you see these two angles, now we found the value of B as 100. A is already given to us, that is 80. So now A and C, they are vertically opposite angles, so they will have equal measures. Now angle B is equal to F. Now we will consider this. Angle B is equal to F. They are corresponding angles, they will have equal measures. So angle B is equal to F. B we found out to be 100. So 100 is equal to F, corresponding angles. So F is equal to 100. This is one answer we found out. Next is angle C. We have to find G. So angle C is equal to angle G. They are corresponding angles again. So C's measure we found out to be 80. So 80 is equal to angle G. Therefore G is equal to 80 degree. Let's come to question number 7. In figure 2.27, if line AB is parallel to PF or CF and line BC is parallel to line ED, then prove that angle ABC is equal to angle FDE. The ABC is equal to angle FDE. This is what we have to prove. So line AB is parallel to PF, it is, and line BC is parallel to ED. This is given. So on transversal BC, now if we consider this as a transversal and look only at this part, then angle ABC is equal to angle BCD. Okay, these two angles. Now they are equal. This angle is equal to this alternate angle if this is the transversal we consider. Now on transversal CF, now if we consider this as the transversal, then angle BCD is equal to angle FDE or EDF. So from 1 and 2, these two equations, we can say angle ABC is equal to angle EDF. F is from 1 and 2. So here ABC and FD, this is equal, this is equal, this is equal. So angle ABC is equal to angle FDE. Question 8, that is in figure 2.28. Line PS is a transversal of parallel line AB and CD. Ray QX, ray RY, ray RX and ray QY are angle bisector. Then prove that quadrilateral QXRY is a rectangle. Let's see this. What all terms are given? Let us write it down when we solve the sum. So ray QX, QY, RX and RY are the bisectors. QX, QY, RX and RY are the bisectors of angle AQR, then BQR, then QRC and QRD respectively. And what we have to prove is, that is, this is a quadrilateral or a rectangle. Now let's prove this. Now let AQX and XQR. Now AQX and XQR, right? We'll consider them as this angle as measure A and this angle as measure A, which is equal to AQR. This is one. Then angle BQY and RQY. Now BQY and RQY, we'll consider it as B. So this is angle BQR. BQR is divided into two parts. This is the bisector. So this is B, this is B, right? Then CRX. CRX and XRQ, we'll consider it as C. This is angle CRQ. And then DRY and YRQ or QRY, we'll consider it as D. So angle DRQ. Now then angle AQR plus BQR is equal to 180 degree. Now AQR and BQR. Now these two angles, this one and this one, they are equal to 180 degree because they are angles in linear pair. Now AQR is divided into two parts, A, and BQR is divided into again two parts, that is B and B. So A plus B is equal to 180 degree from here. That is, they are angles in linear pair, they measure 180 degree. So 2A plus 2B is equal to 180 and this gets cancelled. So A plus B is equal to, and that is, we divide the equation by 2. So this gets cancelled and this becomes 180 divided by 2, that is 90. So A plus B is equal to 90 degree. Therefore angle XQY is equal to 90 degree. Now angle XQY, this angle now we found out to be 90 degree. So this is the rectangle and one angle we found to be 90 degree. Similarly we can find for this side also, that is C plus D angles in linear pair, which is equal to 180 degree. And then we can say that C plus D is equal to 90 degree. So XRY is equal to, that is, XRY is equal to 90 degree. Now we'll find out the measures of these two angles. They also should have 90 degrees so that it is a rectangle. We found out this has 90, we found out this has 90. Now we'll find this has 90 and this has 90. Then only it is a rectangle. Now let's see the second part of it. In triangle XQR, that is XQR. Now let us consider this triangle. To the left side of the transversal, we know the measure of angle A, we know the measure of angle A plus C. Now when we add these two measures, which is equal to a plus measure of angle. Now we know the property of a triangle. The sum of measures of three angles of a triangle is always 180 degree. Now considering triangle XQR, A plus C plus measure of angle RXQ gives us 180 degrees. So A plus C plus QXR is equal to 180 degree. That is property of triangles. Now here A we have found it to be A and C we have calculated it as 90 degree. So 90 plus angle QXR, which is equal to 180 degree. From 5 we have found it out, that is this is A plus C is 90. So angle QXR is equal to 180 minus 90, which gives us 90. So similarly we can find for angle QYR, that is measure of this plus measure of this plus measure of this is equal to 180 degree. And when we B plus D we know is 90 degree. So 180 minus 90 gives us measure of angle QYR. So we can prove that. Now the third point is, now quadrilateral XQYRX. QYRX. Let us see, we can write this as XQY, XRY, QXY and QRY. All these four we have proved that they are 90 degree. So from 3, 4, 6 and 7. So 3 we have proved that it is 90. Then 4 we have similarly we can prove this 4, 5 and 7. Okay. And therefore QXRY is a rectangle. So we have finished with the problem set 2 of your parallel lines. Wait for my next video. Till then, bye.